felt like once I got a record deal, that was like, oh, you never know how long you got people's attention for, so I better talk about all my bullshit now. And so I did, and now it's been done. And I can move on to more, hopefully experimental things. Shout out to motorcycles. Hey, I'm Ricky Montgomery here at Happy Studios in Sydney, Australia. I'm here for my first Australian tour and also for fun. I put out a deluxe record with my first deluxe album, and that came out in March, and it's called Ricky. The last record was called Rick. It took me a long time to make my second album. I put out my first record in 2016, and then I was broke for a long time. And I had normal jobs. I worked in marketing in a place not so much unlike this space for a while. So 2016, 2023, feel free to do the math, it's too many years. So I felt very compelled to have a long deluxe album. It's sort of just like a message to the fans of like, here's more stuff. Thanks for waiting so long. The second album was a very kind of frustrated process because I was making music during COVID for a record label for the first time and dealing with survivor's guilt financially of like all my friends lost their jobs and then I also lost my job. But then I got a record deal and was suddenly more wealthy than anybody in my entire family, literally overnight. And so it was a lot of kind of shock and just trying to like be normal the whole time while it not feeling normal. The Rick to Ricky era for me will be remembered in my mind as just sort of like white knuckling it and just putting out as much music as I could and hoping that an album would form from the like knotted mess that I was able to kind of regurgitate out with my amazing colleagues. This song called Unknown Phantom, which is the last song on the record. We wrote it on Halloween, which is one of our last days of production last year. And it was written in 2 days after many days of kind of beating my head against the wall, trying to get more songs done. And I was in a moment of deep writer's block in the studio, which is at my producer's house. And I said it was Halloween. My producer has a stepson who was hosting a Halloween party. It was maybe 8 p.m., so the party was starting relatively soon. And he walks in, the kid, in a Halloween costume, like a phantom costume with these red kind of glowing eyes. And I didn't see him for a while, but apparently he was standing like right here next to me as I was like on the computer, just like toiling away, tired, frustrated. And then I look to my side and I just see this demonic face looking directly at me, and I think I let out a really embarrassing yelp noise. Yeah, that kind of, for whatever reason, became a moment of a big inspiration for us because, I don't know, something about like seeing a kid at his first birthday party with like his first crush and stuff like that felt like a universal vibe that we had never really thought of before. Innocence as a kid at Halloween, trying to be normal, was a new songwriting space that we could inhabit. And it was also like a louder kind of chuggy song. I'd been listening to like Deftones a lot and Weezer, in which I think the two of them kind of came together influence-wise on that song. I didn't feel like doing like medley music was something that I could afford to do with like being on a major label because they want you to do pop all the time. And so it was inspiring to rebel against that and make something that felt like it shouldn't be there. And the last track on Ricky, the deluxe album, Unknown Phantom. Thanks for having me, Happy Studios, here in Australia. You've been such great hosts. I've had an amazing time, and it's true. Now that I've been here at the studios, I too am finally happy. All right.